Good day, ma'am. This is our semifinals presentation for weighing market.
Scenario A, positive. First, this situation can create new jobs, especially in construction and real estate. It can also attract foreign investors to the province. And lastly, it may improve the overall development and infrastructure of the area. Negative. However, farmers may lose their main source of income because the farmlands will be converted. Food production in the province may decrease, and some families may be displaced from their homes. Case by case, this scenario can be positive if the development brings real benefits to the community, but it can be negative if the farmers do not receive support, compensation, or recollection. So overall, the impact depends on how well the government balances development and the needs of the farmers.
Scenario B, positive. Buying a shirt online from London gives us more product choices and sometimes better quality. It is also very convenient because the item is delivered to our home. And sometimes, online store offer discounts, making the price cheaper. Negative. But the downside is that local sellers might lose customers. There may also be additional costs like shipping fees or taxes. And delivery might to take a long time, case by case. This can be positive if the product is high quality and worth the price. It becomes negative if it is too expensive or unnecessary.
Scenario C, positive. Importing rice during an economic crisis helps ensure we have enough supply. It also helps control and stabilize rice prices. This prevents shortage and panic buying. Negative, but it can negatively affect local farmers because imported rice is often cheaper. The country may become too dependent on foreign suppliers, and long term, this can weaken and our agriculture sector. Case by case, importing rice is helpful during emergencies to make sure people have food. But if it is done too often, it may harm Filipino farmers. So the impact depends on finding the right balance between imports and supporting local agriculture. So it depends on the buyer's budgets and needs.
Scenario D. For scenario D, the positive sides is that my father might receive separation pay, and he may also get the chance to find a better job or even work abroad for a higher salary. However, the negative effects include the sudden loss of income, financial stress for family, and the possibility of being separated if he needs to move overseas, case by case. This situation can be good if it leads to better opportunities, but it can be harmful if their job loss causes long-term financial problems. It really depends on how quickly he can find new work and how prepared our family is.
Scenario A. For scenario A, the positive side is that my mother can adjust her retirement plan early, and since financial crises are often temporary, her investment might still recover. But the negative impacts include losing part of her retirement savings, possibly delaying her retirement, and facing stress about her future security. Case by case, this can turn out positive if the market bounces back, but it can be negative if the crisis lasts long and the investment doesn't recover. The outcome depends on timing and how well her finances are managed. We decided for each scenario by listening the positive and negative effects, then comparing which side has a bigger impact. After that, we check if the result can change depending on the situation. That's the case by case basis, or our final judgment came from balancing the pros and cons and the specific condition of each scenario. And that's all of our semifinal presentation, weighing the market.